Academy Award nominee and Golden Globe winner Patricia Clarkson is the star of the new film Lilly. Have you heard about this? This movie follows the life of activist Lilly Ledbetter and her fight for equal pay. This was in 1999. Ledbetter sued her employer for sex discrimination after learning she was being paid substantially less than her male colleagues for doing the exact same thing, that part. Her case made it to the Supreme Court, where she ultimately lost, but 10 years later, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act was signed into law by then-President Obama. So in this clip from the movie that we're going to show you, Ledbetter is preparing for the trial.
Opposing counsel is going to put you through the ringer, and I want you to be ready for that.
I grew up with no electricity, no plumbing. Stepped over snakes on the way to the outhouse. My grandpa was a mean drunk and beat my mama up regular. And though she never told me she loved me my whole life, when he came after me one night, she held a knife to his throat. So I know a thing or two about rough stuff, Mr. Goldfarb.
Ooh. Knows a thing or two. That's such a great clip to show you. Patricia Clarkson, we're happy to say, joins us now. Patricia, hey.
Hello,
welcome.
Hello, Gayle.
This was such a good movie, and you were so good playing her, and you have called this the privilege of your lifetime.
Yes.
That's a very, very heavy statement to make about considering all the work that you've done.
Well, I have. I've played quite an array of characters in my lifetime, and some of them are rather unsavory, and some are really controversial, but the great Lilly Ledbetter stands alone. Oh. And, you know, I'm the baby of 5 daughters. My mother ran a city under the great Mayor Mitch Landrieu. So and we're all, you know, 5 daughters in the working force. So Lilly Ledbetter was on a pedestal in our lifetime. And we, you know, we all wanted better work. We all wanted better pay. And she was the very emblem of that. Yeah, and so to be offered this was...
She was so strong. We lost her last year, but you said you made a conscious decision not to meet her ahead of time before you took on the role, which I think is interesting, because many people say, I want to meet the person, know everything about them and what to do. Why did you decide that was not how you wanted to play it?
Well, you know, as actors, we imprint very easily, and I felt I owed her everything to take this on. I had to take her off the pedestal, put her feet on the ground. Ooh. And I had to see her at eye level in order. I didn't want to play her, portray her. I wanted to be her, the best. I didn't want a character. I wanted people to see this magnificent human being, this American hero, this titan, this woman we owe so much to.
Yes.
Yeah. What I love about this film is what Gayle pointed to, which is your searing performance. And it's in the quiet moments, like the scene that we just showed, and in another scene where she's describing what it's like to be a woman, and she described the fact that some women have had to submit their bodies for medical operations, hysterectomies.
Oh, yes.
And just to be able to make a little money because they weren't able to work in the workforce. The Lilly Ledbetter Act was the first significant piece of legislation President Obama signed. And I just don't think enough people know about this.
They don't.
Or know about Lilly, who's working in a tire factory.
Yeah.
A lot of men that totally disrespected her, marginalized her, made fun of her.
Talk about a toxic environment.
You know, this film takes on ageism, sexism, misogyny, and equal pay. She was making 40% less, working brutal hours. She was doing the night shifts. The men were not. She was the only female manager. And she gave her heart and soul to that factory. And
when she spoke up, it became even worse for her.
Worse, when she made trouble, good trouble, as I like to say, we all do. They put her back on the line at 60 to lug tires. I lugged tires for a day, and I thought, is there an ambulance standing by? Because
I remember
or
being,
bourbon.
Or bourbon. I remember being a young 17 years old and hearing about this case, and it turned my world upside down because I was oblivious, completely oblivious. My mom was working in a factory, a dairy factory, and I didn't realize that she was working just as hard, sometimes even more than the men, and getting paid less. So it blew me away. And I remember my dad saying, as I was growing up, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Yes. You have experienced pay disparity in your career.
Yes.
Where do you feel like we are now as a society?
And how did you handle it?
Well, we're still at 78%, 78 cents on the dollar. And that's things are better. I will say in terms of Hollywood, I feels, you know, comparing myself to someone like Lilly Ledbetter, someone working in a factory, but things are better now in Hollywood. I would say when I first started out in this business, we never questioned our salaries as women. We never.
You weren't supposed to.
And we used to meet men in hotel rooms. We used to meet directors and actors in hotel rooms.
Wow.
I mean, now, never. But we never questioned what the other men in the movie were making. And now we do. And that's what I hope in this film is every young woman, or middle-aged woman, whatever age you are. Lilly fought for all of us.
Yes.
She fought for the young, the old. She fought for black and white and brown, for gay and straight and transgender. This film represents all of America.
So true.
People across this great nation, you know.
Patricia, we should just say you really did her justice. We all saw the movie. And it's nice to know Lilly did actually get to see the movie. You didn't
Yes.
but she did get to see the movie.
She did.
before
She saw
died.
it, and she loved it.
What was the
So
word? Yeah, that she loved
She
it.
did. She
All
was
right.
very. She was proud of it. She was proud.
Yes.
And it made me. And I met her daughter, Vicky, who's a
Yes.
remarkable human being.
Yes, bravo to you. Bravo
Thank
to
you.
the movie. The movie, as you know, is called Lilly. It's in select theaters now and available on digital platforms.
Yes.